What is up, everybody, and welcome to Tino's Time. And on this episode, guys, it finally happened, White Sox fans. Our man, Jose Abreu, the guy that's been on the Chicago White Sox for almost a decade. He's been here for so long, made memories on the South Side for so many years, but the era is over, and he has now signed a 3-year, $60 million deal with the Houston Astros. Yes, I said that, guys. The Houston Astros have signed Jose Abreu. He went to the enemy, the team we've been chasing since we thought we'd be able to do this rebuild. But that's where we're at. So, what does this mean for the Southsiders? What does this mean for the White Sox? Who's going to play first base? What does this mean for the 2023 season and beyond? Abreu deserves a statue. He deserves to go in the Hall of Fame. He deserves to get his number put up in the where you guys see in the outfield, anywhere they put the numbers. I don't know. It's been a lot, but can't do this alone. I decided I want to have one of my White Sox friends come on here and talk to me. Been a little depressed myself. Maybe he can give me a good perspective and make me feel a little bit better on why maybe he feels it was a good thing the White Sox traded Abreu, and why he feels like it was a good thing, and hopefully this could lead to something, and maybe we still have a chance to win the World Series. So, guys, let me introduce my guest. He's been on here before. He's my man, Southside Deech. How are you doing, bro? Thank you for coming and hanging out. I appreciate it. I'm going to use this as like a therapy session because I'm not feeling good right now, man. I don't know if you've seen all the stuff that I have, the collectible items, the jerseys. I don't know what to do in half my room. I look at it and I'm just like, well, now what? Half my room's Abreu. So I appreciate you coming here on Tino's Time and hanging out for a little bit. How are you feeling about this? It's kind of been a few days. It's kind of, he's there. He did the press conference. He talked. He said he went because he wants to win. Does that mean we're not winning anymore? I don't know, bro. How do you feel?
It is definitely interesting. There's the perspective that he did sit and throw out. He wanted to win, and that was his main reason for going there. So that was a little. It seemed like a kind of at the White Sox. So I'm hoping the other players on the team sit there and they're like, "All right, we're going to sit and show you," because to me it seemed like a jab, but.
Well, that was the thing when I started. I'm like, damn, like, well, that means a lot, because it's like, if he still wanted to win, if we wanted to win, and we offered them the same, why did he not come? And you were talking before we got off camera. We saw that disgusted look on his face for the last 10 games, and pretty much throughout the whole season, that we couldn't get over 500. I think the farthest we got, was like 5 or 6 when we had that little run, and that was it. And it was just I used the picture in the thumbnail. It just like, I don't know. And it said a lot. So looking at the Astros lineup, man, it looks scary. And they just won the World Series. Like, what they didn't need to add Abreu. They just did it just out of spite, I feel. So what do you feel that, like, who do you think is going to be the guy that's going to benefit the most? And who do you think is going to benefit who do you think's not, like, who do you think will, like, fall a little bit
in regards to
like Abreu being gone next year? Who do you think will be like the guy that's going to step up, and then who do you think is going to be the guy that's going to kind of like step back, where it might mess him up a lot more that Abreu's gone than he thought?
So Andrew Vaughn and Tim Anderson are the two you need to look at as to who it's going to positively impact. This is Tim Anderson's team now. So, I mean, he's going to need to take the wheel, and he's going to need to lead them. So, I mean, he's the captain now. Andrew Vaughn, this is his opportunity to play first base. Apparently, his legs were gassed at the end of last year, and that contributed to his hitting struggles as the season ended. So with him playing first base, he's going to have his legs, so he's going to need to start showing that he's the hitter that we all expected him to be when they drafted him.
Well, and that's the thing too, where it's like, I don't think a lot of people realize that unless like you do follow like the Sox, because like there's probably a lot of people that just follow their own teams. And when they saw Andrew Vaughn, he did make a lot of great plays, but I don't think they realize after a 162 game span that kind of happens. And him playing the outfield as much as he did, I think, like you just said, him playing first, I think he'll have his legs a lot more, and hopefully he will be able to do the productive, and be that production. And that's the one thing where, and this is the kind of thing I looked at, and Abreu's numbers weren't really that great last year. Like, a lot of guys weren't on the Sox. But, I mean, he only had 15 home runs and everything. Do you think Andrew Vaughn can hit 30?
That's the thing. I mean, this year, I think minimally you need 25 out of him. In regards to Abreu, his numbers hitting-wise, it's kind of a mixed feeling. Where he was still hitting for average, he did dig himself out of that hole that he started the year struggling quite a bit. The power just seems to be gone, but who knows? Maybe being in a new lineup and a new uniform, he picks it back up. But I just think the amount of money that he got, the way that the roster's constructed, there was no way they were going to be able to give him that money and still be able to make enough moves to compete with such teams as Houston's next year.
Yeah, exactly. My dogs are going nuts, so sorry, guys, in case you guys hear that. My dogs, bro, they just never stop. It doesn't matter what I try or do or how hard I try. So, but yeah, no, that's the thing I definitely agree with. And I'm going to ask you another question and see what you're going to have to say. And then I'm going to mute myself so the dogs, yeah. So, with it being, do you think that, because it made a lot of sense that when we hired Pedro, he called Eloy, didn't he call Yaz? He called Tim. And then, did he call any of the pitchers? I don't know if he called any of the pitchers.
I thought he may have spoken. I don't know. I think it might have been Cease.
Because this is my next thing. Is with now Abreu, do you think, and I've heard rumors of another core member being traded, do you think it could be Giolito? Do you think we could be crazy enough to trade Tim? Like, do you think with this, do you think with Abreu now being gone, do you think the Sox make another trade that we see? And it, like, do you see a player that's on the team right now that we thought would be here, not on the team in 2023?
The two people that I could see being traded most logically are going to be Jose Abreu. Or, I mean, not Jose Abreu. Lucas Giolito and Liam Hendricks. Those two are the ones that if they're going to trade someone, those two are the two I see. Giolito is going to be a free agent after this year, and Liam Hendricks probably is at the highest value that he's going to ever be under contract because of Edwin Diaz signing. The relief pitch market on the free agent market is pretty awful. So, but the thing is, it's what can you get in return? If you're going to trade Liam Hendricks, you better get a haul. Like, you better get a haul from someone.
Well, that's my thing.
Just prospects. It needs to be like major league ready guys that fill the current holes that this team has.
Exactly. And that's the thing. If we do try to trade him, and that was going to be, you kind of brought into my next question. If we do trade like Giolito, I feel like we're going to have to package him with somebody because he didn't have that great of a season last year. So we're really not going to get too much where it's like, maybe he does have a good half of the season, but then where are we going to be at? And that's the thing where it's like they signed Mike Clevenger. I like that deal. I don't know. Do you like that deal? Are you happy to have Clevenger?
I was for the deal prior to even today, and then today the Tigers announced that they re-signed Matthew Boyd for $10 million. And I'm sorry, but Matthew Boyd was god awful, and we rocked him every time.
Every time.
Last year.
Every time.
I mean, to think that Clevenger only got $2 million more. If Clevenger pitches remotely how I think he will, and eats up innings, that's exactly. I mean, $12 million is not. The pitching market is still shaping itself, but I think it was a steal for the amount that we pay him.
Well, exactly, and that's the thing. And the one thing I will say is, like, I love the Sox that they do this, but I hate that they do this because it's like I feel like that they're hoping for another Johnny Cueto. They're hoping that Johnny Cueto's going to do this, or, you know what I mean? Clevenger's going to come out and do exactly what Johnny Cueto did. Where it's like, I like it. I think Clevenger's great. His stance kind of messes me up. Like, I don't know if it ever felt, it gave me anxiety, bro, when we would watch him on Cleveland. I would be watching his feet move instead of the ball. I'm like, just throw the ball, man. But yeah, no, I really do like it. I hate that these guys always rely on these guys always that they wanted, and then they get them, and then they hope, and then it just, I don't know. I just wish they would spend more money. So I'm hoping that, we do something, because that's the thing. I'm at the point where I need them to prove it. Like, I'm just very disappointed with the franchise and everything, and maybe I'm just sad White Sox fan right now, but I've just been supporting this team for so long that it's just like I just want to win, man. I just want to win. It's so sad. Like,
yeah,
it sucks.
The thing is, they're not going to go out and go spend crazy money in free agency.
I know,
that's just
and that's I know, and that's
what
we have to.
The White Sox can win though is the core needs to play how they were perceived or were expected to play when they were given these extensions. Yohan Moncada is a guy who needs to really, I think step up or shut up at this point.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no more excuses. I did read something that he was planning on working on his swing in the offseason. And watching him last year, it almost was the way that his arms, during his swing, it seemed as though he couldn't reach the outside of the plate. I don't know how many times you watched the guy strike out on a fastball on the outside corner.
Oh, my God.
And he was like nowhere near touching it. So I'm hoping an adjustment can expand really just the reach of his swing, where he needs to be able to make contact. If it's a strike, you have to be able to hit it. So.
And that's the biggest thing, where I feel like he's going to be the one that's going to benefit the most with this new, when there's just the new thing, because I feel like he's the one that, yes, he came in with high expectations. Yes, he came from the Red Sox, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, we know what he can do. He proved it. We saw it that year. And then it just, it fell apart. And maybe it's the coaching. Maybe it's the train. I don't know. And I'm hoping that Pedro could come in there, and I'm hoping this guy works magic at this point, and fixes.
This entire coaching staff is not going to tolerate players who don't care, and that's something that we didn't see last year. Or there could have been some of the coaching staff that was trying to get on players, but the man in charge was just letting them run amok. It was clear.
And that was the thing. It was where it was just like, how many times do we see these guys go up there? I said it in the White Sox chat we were talking, and they went up to the plate, they'd swing at 3 pitches, they walk back to and they don't care. It's like, what are we doing out here? Or we're not making routine plays. I get it. It's a long season, it's this and that, but it's just like, you get paid to do this, and you guys are getting these extensions, and then they don't care. Just like we could talk about the other Chicago sports team that paid Mr. Zach $1 million, and this man can't do nothing for the Bulls right now. It's like, what, these guys get paid and they can't do nothing, and they just like Laurie. I'm sorry, Laurie shouldn't have never got that goddamn extension. I like Laurie. He's a great guy. I met him, autograph. I got a signed ball, but he shouldn't have got that much money. And I'm hoping that Pedro's not gonna love him like Tony loved him, and he needed to be in the lineup 175 games a year. Because we just need some discipline. These guys just need to be scared straight, beyond scared straight at this point. Because Daddy's not there. That's what, you know what I mean? Abreu's not there to put their asses in check. They're gonna have to figure it out. And I think, I
almost question the fact that the Sox let Abreu go. Abreu almost appeared to be someone more who just led by example, but I don't know necessarily how much he was the type of guy that wanted to get on someone's face.
Yeah.
So
he just wanted to be there.
He's more of a passive person where he doesn't want to get in your face about anything. So with him being gone, someone needs to step up, and the culture just needs to change in the locker room.
But if we come back after February and that slang has changed the game, I'm punching them in the face. They need to change it. They need to I'm sorry, they changed no game. We've changed nothing. We've done nothing. We lost to the Indians and or the Guardians. My bad. Don't find me. I was listening to this White Sox Talk podcast, and Ryan McGuffey said it, and Chuck's like $5. I'm like, oh shit. Well, maybe I got to give Chuck $5 now. Chuck, don't hold me to it. But yeah, man, and that's gonna be the thing. There's just so many questions. Obviously, it's only December 2nd. What is it? What, right? December 2nd, right? What are we?
Yes.
Yeah. So December 2nd. This is being recorded December 1st, guys, before the raffle. So make sure you guys join the raffle if you guys do tonight. But yeah, this is coming out tomorrow. So December 2nd, guys. But yeah, that's going to be the thing where it's like we still do have 3 more months until the season. We got about 2 months until what? Spring training, right? It starts in February this year.
Yes.
Because the season, when's opening day? I know you're going. You're probably already, you got your tickets already, right?
Yeah, I got my 20 game plan. I have to,
He's like, hell yeah. He's like, I'm going.
Yeah, opening day, though, I'll be there. The home opener. The last, I think, 2 or 3 that you were able to attend. Obviously, the COVID one.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great? The ones that we were able to attend.
Yeah.
Man, it's going to be so great, man. It's just one of those things that, like, I love going to the game. I haven't been to opening day in a while, but it's just so much fun. Like, it's one of those things, like, it sucks that we're just, like, there's so many unknowns, but, I mean, I don't know, but do you see, I know I sent it to you, all those promotions, man. I want those bobbleheads. Hi, Mom. Bobblehead. Bro, I
People
just
go crazy for the promotions.
Oh, bro, it's ridiculous. There's a guy I know. He gets them for me. He's out there standing in line like 5 hours before the game starts, and then he just comes. He gets the bobblehead and then he comes back and goes home, and then drops it off to me while the game's still going on. I'm just like, okay. I'd rather go to the game though and wait in line. I think that's more fun.
Yeah, I mean, my approach is I generally just drink in the line.
He said I just drink it. I mean, hey,
I watch the people in line, and then if like 45 minutes before the game, if they still have the promotion that they're handing out, I get it. But otherwise, I guess I'm not as committed. I don't know.
Funny as hell. Well, man, I mean, like I said, there's a lot that we could still talk about here, but we still, like I said, got 2 more months until the start of the season. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on it. And if any other breaking news, you'll definitely have to come back here on Tino's time. But I mean, like I said, we could talk about Abreu and everything forever. So we'll definitely have to do another episode soon. If hopefully nobody else big gets traded, but if they do, we'll have to figure it out. But man, I do appreciate you coming here and hanging out with your boy Tino for a little bit. I know this episode wasn't too long, but they don't want to listen to us ramble on for hours. So I appreciate you coming on, hanging out.
I appreciate it as always.
Like I said, hopefully baseball season is more fun than we expect. I know it's down in the dumps right now, but I mean, how many teams have we seen be down in the dumps and all of a sudden make a... I said to my friend too, this could be either the best thing or the worst thing. Like, we could all be sad right now. They could come out and be the best team in baseball. We just don't know. It's December. We still got football.
I'm rather optimistic.
So I mean, in some of your points,
last year, I think is going to be motivation enough for guys to kind of be like, this cannot happen again.
Exactly, they can't. Like, you can't. Like, even if they don't like I just want to see them fight more and just like I don't. Did you hear before I say goodbye to everybody and everything? Did you hear the interview where Pedro said that he would look at the White Sox and he knew that they were going to be beatable that day? And he knew that they just didn't have anything sitting in the Royals dugout.
Yeah, I did see that.
I was just like, that's crazy. So it's like I hope that he I hope that that's the
games last year, and I could tell walking, sitting in my seat, you could see warming up, and you could be like, God, they look really off today.
I see. I think I went to 2 games last year, so I don't know, man. It was just depressing. Hey, thank God that year's over. I don't want to think about it. Yeah. We're gonna go to 2021, but shit, we're a month away from 2023. But like I said, I appreciate you coming on, man. You'll have to definitely come on again. Any big breaking news? Hopefully, you've been having a good holiday season, and
you as well.
So I will definitely talk to you. So I appreciate it.
Thank you.
No problem. Well, thank you, Southside Deech, for coming on the podcast. I appreciate it. Talking a little White Sox baseball. Talking about what's going on with Jose Abreu, the White Sox, Pedro, 2022-2023. He's going to 20 games. Hell yeah. Definitely going to have to go to a game with them. Got to get those bobbleheads, people. So, guys, thank you guys all for coming and hanging out here on this little special episode of Tino's Time as we talked about the Jose Abreu news. So, guys, we'll be live here tonight on Tino's Time wrestling Force Friday Night SmackDown at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you guys go follow all the social medias. Keep subscribing. Keep liking the episodes. Keep sharing. Keep joining the nation that is Tino's Nation, guys. And until tonight, for Friday Night SmackDown, this is your boy Tino, signing out.